Big Time Sports. Today's matchup featuring the host New Philadelphia Quakers against the Meadowbrook Colts in an East Central Ohio League matchup. Great day for baseball here at Tuscarora Park. Let's take a look at the lineups for our game today. As you can see, the Quakers on the field. Taking the mound will be John Stevenson. Let's take a look at the lineups for Meadowbrook. It'll be Jeremy Neff at the leadoff spot, followed by Matt Kennedy, Nick Yakubik, Logan Pepper, Nate Ellison, Kyle Roberts, Cole Pennington, Aaron Wickham, Rick Bivens, and Preston Johnson. For the Quakers in the bottom half of the first inning, it'll be Trent Bird, Nathan Staley at second, Will McEwen in center field. Catching will be Kyle Witter today. Dean Vonderhaat will be at third base. The pitcher, John Stevenson. In left field, Max Price. First base, Cage Dematio. And the designated hitter will be Corey Parsons. And in right field, it'll be Ian Swartzwelder. So we are just about ready to get underway. Good look there at our good buddy Stepladder Stevenson, his dad Bob here, along with some other family members in the crowd today. As we're looking forward to a great baseball game. The Quakers come in with a 4-5 mark. The Meadowbrook Colts in at 3-7. So we should see a competitive game here. As you see, Stevenson taking the last of his warm-up pitches, the throw down, and we are ready to go. As the Meadowbrook Colts, of course, will bat first here in the top of the first inning. The leadoff hitter will be Jeremy Neff. And he will be the pitcher for the Meadowbrook Colts, as we're about ready for the first pitch in our action at Tuscarora Park. Great venue for a baseball game on a Friday afternoon. Ready to go. Stevenson, the first pitch of the game. Swing and a miss. Strike one. So we are underway across the infield for the Quakers. You've got Vonderhaat at third, Trent Bird at short, Nathan Staley at second, and Cage Dematio at first base. Second pitch, ball one, 1-1. The outfield for the Quakers, Max Price in left. You've got Will McEwen in center, and Ian Swartzwelder in right field, and Kyle Witter behind the plate catching John Stevenson. 1-1 the count, and that's going to be a little bit low. It'll be ball two. So the Quakers in tight at third base. The 2-1 pitch, and that is hit out to center field. McEwen chasing after it. He's underneath it, and he's got it out at about the 340 mark at least. Far away center field is about 389. Down the lines, it's 311. And we're one down here in the top of the first inning. Let's take another look as you see Will McEwen there making the catch. Well hit ball. And McEwen with great speed out in center field, able to get underneath it and puts it away, and that makes everybody take a sigh of relief as we quickly go to 1-0 on the second batter, Matt Kennedy. That is a strike. So it is 1-1 the count with one down. Curveball there just to the outside, and it's 3-1. One down, top of the first. That pitch does make it 3-1. So Kennedy will stand in. Stevenson's starting to pile up a couple of pitches here in the top of the first. That one hit out into the right field area. It's going to be taken in very nicely there by Ian Swartzwelder, and there's two out here in the top of the first inning. So the outfield playing well here for the Quakers. Not much action for the infielders yet, as we get the Weaver Barnes rewind on the fly out to right field. Swartzwelder moving a little bit to his right. settles underneath it, makes the nice catch. First pitch to the third batter, Nick Jakubik, playing first base for the Colts. Ball one. It's good looking Nick. Colts have not yet won a game in East Central Ohio League action. Trying to break that here against the Quakers as we get strike one. 1-1, 2 down. Top of the first inning at Tuscarora Park. Right there on the Dover Dental Group scoreboard. Scott Robinson with you today. I want to wish Charlie Jones a speedy recovery after some health issues earlier this week. That one blocked nicely and just gets past Witter. So got to the back screen. They'll throw a new one in play. Two and one the count on Nick Jakubik with 2 out. Top of the first inning. Nice crowd for some spring sports action. Haven't had much of an opportunity to do many spring games because of the weather, but today it's a gem. That one again hit out to right field. Swartzwelder, a busy man in the top half of the first inning. That is the 3rd out, and the Quakers will come up to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. So New Philadelphia doing very well. They got flyouts to the outfield. All 3 batters, Neff, Kennedy, and Jakubik. So a 1-2-3 inning for John Stevenson on the mound for the Quakers. Good start for New Philadelphia. Get a good look at the Quakers there. For New Philadelphia, the top half of the order, leading off will be Trent Bird, the shortstop, Nathan Staley, the second baseman, and then in the number 3 hole will be Will McEwen, the center fielder. See Meadowbrook warming up as we get ready for the bottom half of the first inning. No score here early on in our ball game. There's a good look at Jermaine Neff. And he'll, the right-hander, brings some heat. Quakers in the white uniforms, Meadowbrook in gray and orange. Quakers have 3 sets of jerseys. Today they've decided on the white jerseys. I'd like to thank Ryan Raines, the head coach of the Quakers, for his help in giving us the information we need to bring our broadcast to you. And we'd also like to thank our good friends from Image Video with us today. Well, we're just about ready to go here with the bottom half of the first inning. Nice center field view there. Neff warming up. And we're just about ready to go here as Trent Bird gets ready to stand in. So Jeremy Neff ready for the first pitch against Trent Bird. No score, just underway. Bottom of the first inning, first batter for the Quakers, and the first pitch is a strike. Bird looks down to third base, gets the signs from Ryan Range. And that one's a little bit outside, 1-1. Neff ready to deliver, 1-1. Solid shot to shortstop. The throw over to first, scooped nicely by Jakubik, and Bird is out. Nice play there by Logan Pepper as he had no trouble handling the grounder. Cleanly fielded and over to first. 1 down for the Quakers in the bottom half of the first inning. As we get another Weaver Barnes rewind from the center field view right at you into your living room. Pepper gets down on it, keeps his eye on it, and quickly over to first where the nice scoop by Jakubik makes it 1 down. 1-0 the count here on Nathan Staley, the second baseman, as we return to live action, and that one just to the outside, and it's 2-0. That one just outside, a little late on the release. And it's 3-0 to the batter, Nathan Staley. So a chance here for the Quakers to put somebody on base early with one down. Bottom of the first inning at Tuscarora Park. Now, if that's going to be a little inside, and that'll be ball 4. So the Quakers with an opportunity here with one out. They have a man on first, and now they have some options to jumpstart the offense. Will McEwen, number 34, standing in here. Third batter in the inning. On deck will be Kyle Witter, the cleanup hitter. They throw over to first, back safely. Meadowbrook, of course, concerned. Bird with good speed might take off, try and pick up an extra base for the Quakers. They'll go back over. Second time. Neff's been a little rocky there. He delivers strike one, though, to Will McEwen. Trent Bird on first for the Quakers. Second pitch to McEwen outside. And we're at 1-1. Over to first, Bird back, no problem. Not really taking much of a lead. And the swing by McEwen. So we'll see if the Quakers try to put a play on here. See if Bird maybe takes off for second. He's going to take a large lead. And that is strike 3. So that is 2 down. Here in the bottom half of the first inning. And Kyle Witter, the catcher, has to shed the shin guards, and he'll be the fourth batter here in the bottom half of the inning for the New Philadelphia Quakers. Trent Bird on first after a leadoff walk. Or rather, Nathan Staley on first, I should say. And that is strike 1. Bird the ground out, Staley the walk, McEwen the strikeout, and Kyle Witter with the chance. As that curveball nicely over the plate. And quickly 0-2 the count on Kyle Witter. That one is a solid shot. Out to left field, back it goes, and it hits the fence. The arms wave, and the Quakers are on the run. They're going to score at least one, and Witter is going to head to third, and he'll have a triple and an RBI. And more immediately, the concern goes to Kyle Roberts, the left fielder who hit the fence and may in fact be injured out there as we get another look at it. You can see it was going to be a long shot out to left. And Roberts goes back over his head and then hits directly into the post. They're very dangerous out there. Hit one of the support posts for the fence. And it looks like they're going to check him out just briefly and make sure everything's okay. But kind of a hard hit out there. Is no padding really for baseball. And the triple and the RBI for Kyle Witter, as Staley will score from first. And we'll see if they decide to leave Roberts in. It looks like they will. So the Quakers lead it 1-0 here in the bottom of the first, and that'll bring up Dean Vonderheide, batter number 5 here in the first inning. So tough play out in left field for Kyle Roberts. He appears to be okay. He's going to stay in the game. And the Quakers with an opportunity to jump on the Colts here early in the bottom of the first. See if that triple has any effect on Jeremy Neff's attitude toward the Quakers here. See if he becomes a little more aggressive. Man on third for the Quakers. That one is going to be hit out in the gap. It's going to be fielded by Roberts, and that'll be the third out. And we are done with one inning of play with the New Philadelphia Quakers leading the Meadowbrook Colts 1-0. Ready for the top half of the second inning. The New Philadelphia Quakers leading the Meadowbrook Colts 1-0. Logan Pepper to lead off the top of the second for Meadowbrook, followed by Nate Ellison and Kyle Roberts. John Stevenson had a 1-2-3 first inning for the Quakers. He's back on the mound here with the lead. Quakers stranded a runner at third there as Vonderheide flied out to end the first inning. New Philadelphia doing pretty well here as they are up early. So the Quakers will huddle at the mound. And they'll set their defense. A lot of action for the outfielders so far in this one. Not much for the infield. First pitch, strike one. Upcoming games next week on the spring sports schedule for Big Time Sports. We'll have Dover and New Philadelphia girls softball from Dover City Park on Thursday the 23rd, and then on the 24th it's New Philadelphia baseball at Dover in boys action as we get strike two. So we've got a lot of activity coming up, weather permitting. Unfortunately, we've lost a lot of games because of the weather here early in the season. The 0-2 count with Stevenson. A little bit high. Pepper able to hold up. So the 1-2 count. Stevenson fires. That one's going to be a little low and outside, and it's 2-2. Nobody out here. Top of the second inning with the Quakers leading at 1-0 on the Dover Dental Group scoreboard. And that is strike three, and there's one down. Here in the top half of the second inning, rather. Let's take another look at this one. This is a pretty darn good pitch by John Stevenson as he gets ready to let it rip. Just turns it over and right over the outside corner. Great pitch, one down. Went back to it again, and that one a little bit high. One oh the count to Nate Ellison. Popped up back into the crowd. Fortunately hit bleachers and no people. So our camera people obviously are at risk here at the Squirrel Park. One the count, one down. Make it 2-1, or 1-2 rather. Stevenson having a pretty good first couple of innings here, settled down and really starting to get the ball across the plate. So 2-2. As the Colts try to get something going here, top half of the second inning with one down, nobody on. And that one is going to be hit out between left and right and center rather. And McEwen calls Schwartzwelder off, takes it, and we've got two down. You can see if there was kind of hit out in the gap area. McEwen really covered a lot of ground to get over there into actually right center and able to haul it in. And there's 2 down. Kyle Roberts, the 3rd batter in the inning here for the Meadowbrook Colts. And that is strike 1. Roberts, the young man that had the unfortunate collision with the fence there in the bottom half of the 1st inning on Kyle Witter's triple. Appears to be okay. He's down 0-1 here with 2 down. And that one fouled out of the park down the first base line. And it's quickly 0-2. Stevenson moving along, getting ahead of the hitters. One of the keys. Went for the curve ball, the sweeping curve, fouled off nicely by Roberts. It's still 0-2. Great vantage point here from behind home plate, as we try to bring you the best sports action in the area this spring on Big Time Sports. That one a little bit of a waste pitch. Trying to get Roberts to chase one. It's 1-2. Scott Robinson with you today from Tuscarora Park, with 2 down in the top of the 2nd inning. New Philadelphia on top 1-0. Stevenson delivers. The grounder is going to be picked up by Staley over to first. And quickly another 1-2-3 inning for the New Philadelphia Quakers. They lead it 1-0 at the end of the half inning. Ready for the bottom half of the 2nd inning. And John Stevenson, the pitcher for the Quakers, will stand in against Jeremy Neff. Stevenson, 6 batters up, 6 batters down. And he'll take the high pitch, 4-1. Get a good look at John there. That one just to the outside, 2-0. As it's pitcher versus pitcher. Neff delivers. That one's going to be fouled off. And it's 2-1. So New Philadelphia with the 1-0 lead, a triple by Kyle Witter in the bottom of the 1st, the big hit that ended up scoring Nathan Staley. And that's been the only run in the game so far. Nobody on. And Stevenson sends another one back behind home plate and into the field behind the stands. 2-2. Is Neff ready to deliver again? Nice curveball, and that's strike 3. That was a tough pitch. Froze Stevenson in his tracks. And there's 1 down as we take another look at a very smooth delivery there by Neff. You just see it falling right off the table. As we come back to live action, you're going to have a long run by Roberts. Ball's dropped. Big turn by Max Price at first, but he is on. And the Quakers have a base runner as we take another look on the Weaver Barnes Rewind. Just a little blooper out there. 2nd, short, center field, left field. Everybody kind of out there looking at it. And it's going to just go right off the glove of Roberts. And the Quakers have another base runner as we return to action here. Neff has Cage Demateo down 0-1 over to first, and the pickoff works and the runner erased. Just a little too much of a lead as they quick throw over to first, and he was out by a long way, leaning towards second. And Max Price is the second out of the bottom half of the 2nd inning. One and that's going to be fouled out of play, I believe. Oh, it's going to stay in, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. The pop out down the line. So at the end of 2 innings of play. The New Philadelphia Quakers lead the Meadowbrook Colts 1-0. Top half of the 3rd inning, the New Philadelphia Quakers leading it 1-0. And John Stevenson on the mound for the Quakers has had a really good outing so far. 3 up, 3 down in both the 1st and the 2nd innings against the Meadowbrook Colts. The Colts will bring in Aaron Wickham, the DH, and he'll take strike 1. So Wickham quickly down 0-1. Witter doing a nice job behind the plate, and that is just low, and it's 1-1. There you get a good look at Aaron Wickham and a good look at John Stevenson. And another strike against Wickham. And John Stevenson coasting along here through the first 2 innings and doing pretty well here in the top half of the 3rd against Aaron Wickham. And that is strike 3 and another strikeout. That's the 2nd of the game here for John Stevenson. And we'll take another look at the Weaver Barnes rewind. Right inside, couldn't resist the temptation to swing. And the strikeout. So Preston Johnston in next. And it's 0-1. Stevenson that time delivers outside. And it's 1-1. So the Quakers with the early lead. They scored in the bottom half of the 1st inning. Kyle Witter a triple knocked in Nathan Staley. As that one right back to the mound. Stevenson fields it cleanly over to first base. Cage Demetio grasps the football, or the football, the baseball. And we've got 2 down. Let's take a look at the chopper right back up the pipe. Stevenson reaches out, grabs it, fields his position nicely, and over to first. Preston Johnston at the plate. And that's going to be fouled back. And 0-1. Stevenson doing a great job getting ahead of the hitters, has been the case, the order of the day. Oh and 1, 2 down. Top half of the 3rd. Stevenson a little bit high and outside. And 1-1 the count. What a great day for baseball in a beautiful setting here like Tuscarora Park, as the Quakers and the Colts have a picture-perfect postcard day. That shot. Again, center fielder McEwen over to take it. And we are 3 up, 3 down again for the 3rd inning in a row. And the New Philadelphia Quakers, as they get ready to come out for the bottom half of the 3rd inning, they lead it 1-0. As we take another look, the shot by Johnston. Cut across it, got it out into the no man's land out there between center field and right field, but McEwen's done a good job ranging far to his left, and he makes the put out. And the Quakers maintain their 1-0 lead here in the middle of the 3rd. We get ready to go to the bottom of the 3rd. Not much work for the Quaker infield. A lot of the outs have been to the outfield. Only 1 ground ball from Kyle Roberts in the top half of the second inning. The rest and the comebacker right to Stevenson. Other than that, it's been fly balls or strikeouts for the Quakers. Quakers sent 5 batters to the plate in the bottom of the first. Just a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the second, and now they'll lead off with the DH Corey Parsons here in the third. Actually, it'll be Ian Swartzwelder that will be up for the Quakers. So, my mistake. So ready to go here with the bottom half of the third inning. Parsons gets a little underneath it, sends it back to the screen. Actually, I'm sorry, Swartzwelder. I'll get it straight here one of these times. Oh, and 1 the count. Neff doing a nice job as the pitcher. 0-2. Swartzwelder a little bit wild on that swing. And now here with the 0-2 count. Neff throws to the outside, and it's 1-2. Knew the batter a little bit anxious, and Neff tried to get him to chase one. And that is strike 3. So a quick at bat for Ian Swartzwelder. As we'll take a look at that third strike. A little bit inside, a little bit high, and Swartzwelder could not hold up. 1 down as Trent Bird at the plate takes ball 1. Bird grounded out in his first at bat, and that one a little high, making it 2-0. And that one. Some movement on that for strike 1. 2-1. Jeremy Neff's gone the distance here so far for the Meadowbrook Colts. And that one just a little high, makes it 3-1. 1 down for the Quakers. Nobody on. And New Philadelphia leading it 1-0. That one is strike 2. Nice pitch by Neff. Bird maybe with the hold sign there. And it's 3-2. Bird able to get a piece of it, stays alive. And he'll make Neff work for the out here. Neff's done a pretty good job. The Quakers just a little bit of damage with that triple by Kyle Witter that scored Staley in the first inning. Other than that, nice pickoff move in the bottom half of the last inning, and that's going to be a called strike 3 on Trent Bird. A little bit of confusion there, maybe a little bit of a late call. Bird wanted to go to first for sure. And there you get a look at it, pretty close to the outside corner. As Nathan Staley steps into the batter's box. Neff working at a pretty brisk pace, and it's strike 1. 2 down for the Quakers here in the bottom of the third inning. Same pitch again, this time just a little bit low and outside, and it's 1-1. Working that curveball. Breaking stuff has gotten to the Quakers here. That time, fastball down the heart of the plate, strike 2. Scott Robinson with you from Tuscarora Park as we bring you East Central Ohio League baseball action between the Quakers and the Meadowbrook Colts. And that is ball 2. 2-2. Bottom of the third, 2 outs. Nobody on for the Quakers. They lead it 1-0. That again just to the outside, and it's 3-2. So Staley with the good eye. I'm sure his dad Tim will take credit for that. And that is sent out into right field, and a single for Staley. And the Quakers with the man aboard here. Solid smack by Nathan Staley. Let's get a good look at it there. Heads right out into right field. Found a hole in the outfield. Neff, though, doesn't let it bother him as he comes right back with a strike, making it 0-1 on Will McEwen, who struck out in the first. Quick throw over to first. Neff with a nice move to first. Already has picked off one man over there. McEwen takes the high fastball, and it's 1-1. Pitch just over the outside corner. He's making a living on that outside corner. Neff's got McEwen down 1-2. 2 down. Man on first, and that one just outside, and it's 2-2. Nathan Staley over at first. McEwen battling Jeremy Neff. The count 2-2. The pitch outside, 3-2. Neff's gone full a couple of times. And we'll see what he does this time, as that one fouled back against the screen. And the count still full at 3-2 with 2 down. Quakers runner on first. Lead it 1-0. That's a foul tip, but it's caught by the catcher, and that is an out. And we're through 3 innings of play with the New Philadelphia Quakers leading the Meadowbrook Colts 1-0 in East Central Ohio League baseball action here as we start the top half of the 4th inning. We'll head back to the top of the order for the Meadowbrook Colts. It'll be Jeremy Neff, the pitcher, that takes strike 1 from John Stevenson. Stevenson cruising along. And it's 0-1. That one again, same place, 0-2. And Stevenson again quickly ahead against the Meadowbrook Colts. Stevenson, again, same thing. This one's going to go to second base. Staley will pick it up over to first. DeMatteo is able to hang on to it, and we've got the first out in the top half of the 4th inning. Stevenson delivers. Neff slaps at it. And a tough handle there by Staley, but he's able to pick it up and gets it over in time to DeMatteo. Stevenson, the first pitch to Matt Kennedy. And that one gets back to the screen. It's 1-0. We had a game last year that John Stevenson pitched against Indian Valley, and he struggled a little bit early on. I had some control issues, but you certainly can tell he's worked hard to get his game in order, and has come a long way. Very solid here in this one against the Meadowbrook Colts. One 1-0 against Matt Kennedy. Stevenson a little bit low. And it's 2-0. Nobody out here. Top half of the 4th. Quakers leading at 1-0. And that one a little high and in tight, but they're going to call it a strike, and it's 2-1. So Stevenson coming back nicely. And that one's going to be fouled back. Another one into the stands. And Stevenson battling back. 2-2 the count with 1 out. Here in the top of the 4th inning. A little problem with keeping baseballs in play. Some of them have been fouled off, some have been damaged. Well, they'll take them out of play. Is strike 3. Nice comeback by Stevenson from a 2-0 count. And now Nick Jakubik will be the 3rd batter here in the inning as we get another look. Just again turns it over. Beautiful pitch. And that is strike 3. So Jakubik stands in with 2 down. Top of the 4th. And that one is fouled back. And the 0-1 count. Scott Robinson with you here from Tuscarora Park. Glad to be here with you on Big Time Sports. And that one just gets through the legs of Witter back to the screen. And it's 1-1. Quakers took the early lead in the bottom half of the 1st inning. A triple by Kyle Witter knocked in Nathan Staley, and that's been the only score in this one. Been a pitcher's duel, really. Good ball game from that standpoint. As Jakubik stands and swings at a miss. 1-2 for Stevenson here with 2 down. Top of the 4th inning. Meadowbrook yet to have a base runner. And that pitch high and tight. 2-2. Colts into the game with a 3-7 mark. The Quakers at 4-5. And that a grounder to short. Trent Bird's going to pick it up. Fires it over to first. And another 1-2-3 inning as the Quakers lead it 1-0. Kyle Witter set to lead off the bottom half of the 4th inning for the New Philadelphia Quakers. Quakers on top 1-0 on a great day for baseball here at Tuscarora Park. And you can see the shadow starting to come onto the field from the tree line. The sun's starting to set here around 6 o'clock-ish. And we've got strike 1. Jeremy Neff's gone all the way for the Meadowbrook Colts. And that is a solid hit. 2nd hit of the game for Witter as he laces a single out to left field. So the Quakers with the base runner at first. That'll bring up Dean Vonderheide, who had a fly out to end the bottom of the 1st. Let's take another look at this one. A solid hit. Just ripped it. And that gives the Quakers a runner at the corner. And Vonderheide will step in, the number 5 batter in the lineup. This one, another grounder to short. He's going to have to make a quick play to turn it at second, and they'll get the runner at second. But Vonderheide safe at first. They could not turn the play. Logan Pepper, nice job at short to get it over to Kennedy for the force out at second. As we take another look in the Weaver Barnes Rewind, coming right into your living room. Pepper doing a nice job ranging to his right. Picks it up and got it over to Kennedy for the force out. That one just outside as John Stevenson steps in. Stevenson was a strikeout victim in the bottom of the 2nd. That one backs up just a little bit. Good enough for a strike. One down here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Stevenson hits it down the line. It's foul, but it could be caught, and it is dropped. So Stevenson stays alive with the 1-2 count. Let's take a look down the line with this one. Stevenson slices it down the right field line. Right fielder out there, Rick Bivens, and the second baseman Kennedy out there trying to get to it, and just falls in. So Stevenson gets the big sweeping curveball for the strikeout, and that's his second K of the game. And that was a sweeper. That was a real hook on that one, as he really turned it over. And there's 2 down. And a liner to short, and that is going to be the end of the fourth inning. 1-0. The New Philadelphia Quakers leading it. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more in a moment here on Big Time Sports. Nate Ellison, the catcher, will lead off the top half of the fifth inning for the Meadowbrook Colts, as John Stevenson still cruising along here through 4 innings. Stevenson solid, getting ahead on yet another batter. He's up 0-1. Quakers scored in the first inning, and they've made it hold up so far. Stevenson again, this time a little bit low outside. 1-1. Again, want to wish our good friend Charlie Jones a speedy recovery from a little bit of a health scare earlier this week. So we know he's recovering nicely, and sure he's anxious to get back in the saddle. As the curveball for strike 2. And it's 1-2 for John Stevenson. Nobody out, top of the fifth inning. Quakers clinging to that 1-0 lead on the Dover Dental Group scoreboard. Scott Robinson with you here from Tuscarora Park. As that one fouled back to the screen, still 1-2. Solid game defensively for both teams. And Stevenson will step up to the pitching rubber with a 1-2 count on Nate Ellison. And that to the outfield. It's going to be handled nicely by Ian Schwartzwelder, and it's another fly out for the Meadowbrook Colts as we get another look. You want to hit them where they ain't. Well, they're hitting them to where they are, and that's a good thing for the Quakers as Schwartzwelder circles under it. And there's 1 down in the top half of the fifth inning. Logan Pepper standing in. Swings at the high heat for strike 1. New Philadelphia, really the players in the field have really backed up John Stevenson's pitching performance here. And as we go to 1-1 in the count with 1 down, top of the fifth. Has been a lot of activity, but when there has been activity, they've had to make some, at times, difficult plays. That one to the outside, and it's 2-1. Quakers cruising along here with the 1-0 lead against the Meadowbrook Colts. Stevenson again, the fastball, strike 2, the foul tip, and evens out the count. And that is strike 3. Pepper took a look back, no doubt about it, took something off of it on the change, and that is out number 2. Same motion, just took a little bit off of it and put it right across the plate. Strike out number 4. And Kyle Roberts stands in. The right-hander takes ball 1. So not much offense for Meadowbrook here in this one so far, as we're nearly through the top half of the 5th inning. And that is strike 1 over the outside corner. The corners in that plate are going to get worn out, as Jeremy Neff and John Stevenson both have worked in the outside nicely here in this one. Oh, and 1 the count. And there's strike 2. 0-2, 2 down. Top of the 5th inning with the Quakers on top. Very solid performance for New Philadelphia so far. It's been an outstanding game. Pitchers duel. As that one fouled back over us. And the count remains at 1-2. Both pitchers found a nice rhythm, and they're just working at a very good pace here. So Kyle Roberts, he grounded out in his only plate appearance in this one in the top half of the 2nd inning. Stevenson ready to go here with the 1-2 count. And that is going to be a tag out at the plate. That's the 3rd out. And through the middle of the 5th inning, it is 1-0. The Quakers with the lead. And New Philadelphia's played very well. Let's take another look at that last pitch on the Weaver Barnes rewind. Kyle Witter looked like he might have had it, but I think there was some indecision by the home plate umpire, so you let him tag him out. And through the top half of the 5th inning, it's been nothing but 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3 for the Meadowbrook batters, as John Stevenson cruising right along. And the Quakers on top, 1-0. We have to go all the way back to the bottom of the 1st inning for our only score of the game, and that was on an RBI triple by Kyle Witter that knocked in Nathan Staley. Quakers with only with 2 other hits. Max Price had a single. He was picked off first, and then another single for Nathan Staley in the 3rd, and a single for Kyle Witter in the 4th inning. So not many hits in this one, as Jeremy Neff has done a pretty good job of limiting the damage. A triple and 3 singles, and only 1 walk. John Stevenson's got a masterpiece so far. And the Quakers on top, 1-0. It'll be Corey Parsons to lead it off, the DH.
Have they ever played up?
Followed by Swartzwelder, and then the top of the order with Trent Bird. So 1-0 the count on Corey Parsons. And that grounder right back up the middle. Peppers ranges over from his shortstop position and throws him out at first. So we'll take another look at that one. Peppers came all the way over. Actually to second base. And was able to throw him out. Ian Swartzwelder takes strike 1. Oh, and 1 count, and strike 2. So quickly, Swartzwelder down 0-2. He struck out in the Bottom of the third. And there you get a good look at Meadowbrook Colts pitcher Jeremy Neff. That one a little bit to the outside. Chase pitch. Swartzwelder did not bite on. And it's 1-2. That one curved just a little bit to the outside. And the count evens out at 2-2 with one down. Bottom of the fifth inning. And the swing, the miss, and the strikeout for Swartzwelder. That's his second K of the game. And you can see Neff delivers. And Swartzwelder just a little late on the swing is Trent Bird. The leadoff batter steps in here. Bird's grounded out and struck out. And he takes ball one. 2 down. Bottom of the fifth inning. Great day for baseball at Tuscarora Park. Scott Robinson, glad to bring it to you here on Big Time Sports. As that makes the count 1-1. Neff working quickly. Reloads. A little high. 2-1. Nathan Staley on deck. If Bird could manage to get on a base. And that one is hit well out to left field. Roberts, though, has it. And that's the end of the fifth inning. The New Philadelphia Quakers leading the Meadowbrook Colts 1-0. And just about ready to go here with the top half of the sixth inning. As the New Philadelphia Quakers battling the Meadowbrook Colts. You get a good look at Tuscarora Park. As the Quakers leading at 1-0 here, top half of the sixth inning. And John Stevenson doing very well here as he has gone through 5 innings with no problems. And for the Colts, it'll be Cole Pennington, the shortstop, to lead off the top half of the sixth inning. Stevenson ready to deliver. First pitch is strike one. Good pitchers duel. Jeremy Neff has only given up 4 hits, but he trails the Quakers 1-0 as John Stevenson has pitched a gem so far. As that one fouled out of play, makes it 0-2. So Cole Pennington struck out in the third inning. And he's down 0-2 here in the sixth. And that is going to get way back to the pitcher. They'll throw it down, and that's got to be a wild pitch that will allow the first base runner of the game for the Meadowbrook Colts. Let's take another look at it. Just hit in front of the plate and almost sounded like it could have tipped the bat, but there it didn't look like it did. So Meadowbrook with a runner on first. Cole penalty. Stevenson will go over to first. Gets back safely. Aaron Wickham, the designated hitter, stands in. And he grounded out in the third inning. That pitch a little bit inside. And we'll see if that wild pitch did anything to shake John Stevenson's confidence. But it looks like he's handling it okay. It's 1-0 on Wickham. Runner on first for the Colts. And quickly back on the strike train as it's 1-1. Top of the sixth inning, Meadowbrook trailing the Quakers 1-0. And the throw over to first. No problems as Pennington gets back. 1-1 count. Stevenson ready to deliver. And that is strike two. Wickham standing in with the 1-2 count. Cal Witter behind the plate for the Quakers. And that one over the outside corner for strike. I thought it was strike three. It is. So Wickham becomes another strikeout victim. As he just turned it over the outside corner and froze Wickham. Preston Johnston, the center fielder, steps in, and that line shot right to the shortstop. They're going to try and double him up back over first, and it's a double play. The Quakers out of the inning. The top half of the sixth inning, the Quakers get the DP, and that is a pitcher's best friend. Ready to go with the bottom half of the sixth inning. The Quakers with the 1-0 lead will send Nathan Staley to the plate to lead off the inning. Jeremy Neff's gone all the way for the Colts and gets strike one. Neff ready to go quickly. And that one's hit out to right field. And it's a single for Nathan Staley. And he is 2 for 2. So the Quakers trying to get some insurance runs here in the bottom half of the sixth inning.
But like you said.
And Will McEwen takes a vicious cut at it, fouls it back to the fence. And it's the 0-1 count on McEwen. Nathan Staley on first base with nobody out. In the fading daylight, Quakers on the attack here in the bottom half of the sixth inning at Tuscarora Park. That sweeping curve to the outside, 1-1. I thank Quaker coach Ryan Range for helping us with the lineups and things here for today's game. As they go over to first, Staley back with no trouble. We've had some gems, the double play to get out of the top half of the sixth inning. The highlight as McEwen goes after the inside pitch for strike two. 1-2 the count. Neff to the outside. 2-2. McEwen has not had much luck against Neff. Struck out in the first inning, then a foul tip for an out in the third. Takes ball 3, 3-2, full count. Quakers with the runner on first. And Neff trying to get out of a mini jam here. And that is strike three. So he pulls the string on it a little bit, gets the strikeout. And there's one down in the top of the sixth inning as we get another look at that pitch. Neff's been very solid. And that time, catcher had it framed, the pitcher hit the target, and it was strike three. Cal Witter stands in, takes strike one. Neff has been right around the plate. Been a good ball game. Pitcher's duel, no doubt about it. As that curveball looked like it was going to hit Witter and then just came right back across the plate. A beautiful pitch, and it's 0-2. One down. Runner on first. And that one to the outside. As Witter will take it. It's 1-2. Staley on first for the Quakers. One down. And New Philadelphia clinging to a 1-0 lead, looking for some insurance. As that pitch off the corner of the plate takes it to a 2-2 count. Good patience by Witter not to chase. And that one's high for 3 and 2. And you have to wonder if Neff isn't getting maybe a little tired here late in the game. Nobody warming up, though, so they're going to go with him here. And Neff gets the call over the corner of the plate, strikes out Witter. And that is 2 down as we get that center field look. And right there it is, right at the knees over the outside corner for strike 3. Dean Vonderheide stands in for the Quakers with 2 down. That first pitch a little bit high. And that one nearly hit Vonderheide for ball 2. Quakers trying to keep this little mini rally going. Runners have been few and far between on base for both teams. And that is a solid hit to center field over the center fielder's head. That one's going to roll to the fence. And the Quakers are going to send Staley home. Good throw, and there's going to be a play at the plate. He's safe. And Vonderheide will advance to third on the throw to the home. So a double for Vonderheide, gets the extra base on the throw home, and the Quakers have another run. It was a big hit out to the center field area, all the way to the fence. And Staley had to get on his horse. They had a good relay throw. And then the catcher Ellison unable to hang on to the baseball, and Staley scores again. He scored the Quakers only 2 runs, and a little bit of breathing room here. As this time another one hit well by John Stevenson out to center field, but it's caught by Preston Johnson. That's the 3rd out of the inning. We'll have the top of the 7th in a moment. Stay with the top half of the 7th inning. The Quakers getting an insurance run in the bottom of the 6th on the double by Vonderheide that scored Nathan Staley. So John Stevenson looking for a complete game. And for the Meadowbrook Colts, we'll start with the top half of the order. It'll be Jeremy Neff, who appears to be one of their best all-around players. He will lead it off. He is flied out and grounded out. He'll be followed by Matt Kennedy and Nick Jakubik. So Stevenson's first pitch a little bit low. And it's 1-0. Stevenson, the 1-0 delivery. And that's going to be fouled back into the stands. Makes it 1-1. So John Stevenson looking for the complete game here. As Neff at 1-1, nobody out. Quakers leading it 2-0, top of the 7th inning on the Dover Dental Group scoreboard. Scott Robinson with you today on the game, and certainly enjoyed a great spring day at Tuscarora Park as we get strike 2. Stevenson's done a great job of getting ahead of hitters, of keeping the ball away from hitters. And the Quakers on top 2-0. That one just to the outside, and it's 2-2. Stevenson, the 2-2 count, delivers. Grounder to short, picked up by Staley. Over to first, and we're 1 down in the top of the 7th inning. So the Weaver Barnes rewind. The ground ball. Staley moves over, fields it cleanly, and over to first. One down, top of the 7th. Matt Kennedy stands in. And strike one by Stevenson. Long, rangy right-hander. Done a great job today. And that one is caught by the second baseman, Nathan Staley. And that may be very, very important in this one, as you need some great defense behind you. And now Nick Jakubik with 2 down. As this one is going to be one that everybody might remember. A leaping catch by Staley. And Stevenson looks to work Jakubik to the outside. Quakers with the 2-0 lead. Swing and a miss, strike one. 1-1 the count with 2 down. And what a long way John Stevenson has come as a pitcher from last season when he struggled in the game that we did on Big Time Sports, and he has really improved his game. There's strike 2. 1-2 the count. And John Stevenson has been the man today. See if he can clean it up here. And that is strike 3, and that is the ball game, and that is a no-hitter for John Stevenson. The only runner that got on base was on a wild pitch, and let's see the final out of this no-hitter as he delivers big time. And see it right there. That an outstanding strikeout, a way to end the game. And we have a no-hitter. So we'll come back. We'll wrap it up for you on the Texas Roadhouse postgame show. We'll name the New Philadelphia Quakers on the heels of a no-hitter by John Stevenson. Pick up the victory 2-0 over the Meadowbrook Colts. And what a pitching performance it was, as this is the Texas Roadhouse wrap-up. The Quakers scored first in the first inning as they got a triple from Kyle Witter that drove in Nathan Staley. The only other scoring came in the bottom of the 6th inning, where Staley led off with a single, followed by 2 strikeouts to McEwen and Witter. Then the RBI double by Dean Von der Eide. He advanced to third, but then Stevenson had the fly out to end the bottom half of the 6th inning. They came back in. John Stevenson took him out 1-2-3, as he did through every other inning of the ball game. And he pitches a no-hitter, and that is the Texas Roadhouse wrap-up, which leads us into the Manor Restaurant MVP. And when you throw a no-hitter, you get a little bit of recognition. And John Stevenson is our Manor Restaurant MVP for this one, as he leads the Quakers to a 2-0 victory over East Central Ohio League rival Meadowbrook. That's going to do it from Tuscarora Park in New Philadelphia. And we're back in business at Big Time Sports with Spring Sports. The Quakers come up with a victory over the Meadowbrook Colts 2-0. I'm Scott Robinson, and for all of our friends at Image Video and Prestige Creative Marketing, so long, everybody.